right, let me turn down this media button because I'm sending the link out on LinkedIn, Facebook. I
Gotcha.
retweeted the one on Twitter, on the Twitter. But and can you hear a game playing in the background?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, how clear is it? Because
I mean, you can hear it. It's pretty clear. It's not too bad though.
okay, I was just gonna turn it down a little bit more. Right now, the Wizards are up on the Cavaliers 27-24.
Okay.
So
Man, you just have no idea how many people have asked me to pull to for ask us in general. Like people at
mm-hmm.
my job what listens to the podcast.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, people at my job they don't listen to it live, but they listen to it. They download it off of iTunes or one of the two. And they listen to it while they're working.
Mm-hmm.
They can't listen to it like at night because they work early like I do.
Right.
You can't. You won't believe how many people have asked us to talk about AB in the situation of him getting arrested. I've gotten texts. I've gotten people calling me. I had at least about 5 or 6 people calling me asking me about it, and I was like, "No, we're not talking about it."
Yeah, especially not again. That's what Bills and I were saying earlier. We can't do it. We
Yeah,
can't be like the AB breaking news first and frame rates edition.
yeah. It's like
It's
it was
not,
no way. I was like, I can't do it. I just do not want to talk about it. I was
we
like, yeah, I'm
have
good.
exhausted every avenue as far as that man is concerned. He
Right.
is on his own.
All right. I mean, if anything happens after he gets arrested or whatever, that's a different story. But I'm not going to talk about everything that happens. It's just not happening. No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
because at this rate, we know how it's going to end.
Right. Well, with that being said, let's just not talk about it no further than that. Because like the back door way we're actually talking about it. Episode 113 of the First and Frame Rates podcast. Myself, VF Baller, DJ 81 Bills is lingering around somewhere. We just got finished talking to him, so he's here somewhere. We're just waiting for him to jump in. Xbox Series prototype leak. We're gonna show some pictures of that. We're going to talk about Zion Williamson official debut, and we're going to talk about some gaming routines, like what we do when we game. And I want usually Tuesday is Q&A, and we like to get the audience to interact, but why not? We do it on Thursday as well. There's no football going on. There's really no picks to talk about. There's
Nope.
nothing really in the NFL to talk about. College football, not a chance either. The only thing that is to talk about, and I know this is irrelevant to DJ and Bills, my Georgia Southern Eagles just got a home and home with Fresno State down the road, so that's good. Like, the school is actually growing since it came to the big boy colleges, and I like that. This is what I expected to happen once they left 1AA or FCS or all that, the lower tier, where they pretty much did very well. They come
Mm-hmm.
to the big leagues. They're doing pretty good now. So they're getting other teams, with prominent names, actually going to be able to play against. So that's good. So I can't wait to have Fresno State come to Statesboro. I think that'll be something I will go. I will go to that game. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. My only thing about it is I wish that they would expand the stadium because I want us to hold at least 40,000, maybe 50,000. Right now, we're still hovering right below 30, and that's not good enough. If you want big schools to come to your school, you want to have enough seats for them to come because you don't want them to come in there and the only people who can show up is the student. I mean, not the student, but the band. They want some of these big schools travel as well, and if the fans can't come, the athletic director gonna be like, yeah, we're not coming to your school. So,
Mm.
but nevertheless, we got Fresno State. That's good. We got a Florida Atlantic coming soon. Not Florida, Florida. Florida Atlantic coming soon, and we're also going to have Boise State. I think so. I think we're looking good. We're looking good. Nevertheless, outside of that, DJ, how you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've just been playing some NHL, catching up on my franchise. I recorded but haven't uploaded another episode of State of Decay 2. Um, Today's my regeneration day as far as my workout program is concerned. I'm in week 4, so that's been going. I'm telling you, when you have a good exercise program and you build a momentum in it, it'll carry you far. And via if you talking about your eating habits, that's that's actually 80% of any like healthy living
Right.
that you're talking about, because you can have a great routine, but if you don't have the diet to back it up, you're screwed.
Right, I
So
agree. And like the day before, I was and my body was just feeling it because when you stop eating something or you stop eating certain foods, your body's not used to that because it's used to certain intake that you give it.
mm-hmm.
And when you don't give it that, it's gonna be like acting funny. So yesterday, I've been acting. My body's been acting kind of weird now. I don't think I'm gonna go completely vegan, but there's just some meats I'm just not gonna eat. And as of last Sunday, actually Saturday, my son's birthday party, I haven't eaten any meat up until last night. I ate, my wife baked some meat. She baked some chicken, and I'm cool with that. But I'm just not going to eat any fatty stuff, no fried stuff, stuff like really greasy. So, but prior to that, those 4 days, like I was feeling it. Like, man, my body was like not, you know, was not agreeing with me at all. I mean, I was feeding myself vegetables. I was eating some fruits throughout the day. I had a few smoothies. Shout out to Cal Anderson. Um,
So wow.
I mean, I've just been eating, really light, and everything just been, I've been feeling really good. But that one day, it kind of went out of whack. But I'm good now. I'm good. Like right now, I have a smoothie right now. Shout out to Cal Anderson, and I'm gonna be drinking my smoothie as we, do the podcast. So,
Yeah,
um, I'm
yeah,
good.
because right now I'm drinking some water, and it was funny because you brought up the fact that you're not going to go totally vegan, and something that went under my nose for decades, and I think has gone under a lot of people's noses when it comes to like when you consume meats and stuff like that. I never really thought the problem was the meat itself. It's the way we store it.
Right.
How long like this is something I had to really look at watching Star Trek: The Next Generation, because there's a race of aliens called the Klingons. When they're brought on board the Enterprise and they're testing out the food that the humans eat, it was like, how long has this bird been sitting here? Like it was turkey or whatever. I was like, oh, we've had that store for quite some time. Man,
Mm-hmm.
we usually eat our foods right after we kill the bird. So here in the United States, there's the way we store our meats is it has been questionable for a long time. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's not only that you just can't. It's the time of day when you eat these type of foods too. You can't eat. The last thing you really want to do is eat this stuff and go to bed. You don't want it sitting on you while you go to sleep. I mean, you'll wake up feeling like shit, and it's not good. So you want to try to burn, heavy foods off as fast as possible. If you decide to eat heavy foods, you don't want that stuff sticking to your stomach. But nevertheless, Xbox Series prototype. We're gonna get right into that because it's been leaked that the Xbox, the prototype or the actual console, from what this look like, it looks like it's the actual console. It's been leaked, and I want to put this out here, and I want your thoughts about it as well. And it has the ports, um, everything that's supposed to be behind, that you're supposed to plug in. It has one HDMI port. It looked like it has an SD slot. It has two USB ports, an Ethernet port, and it looked like that's the power plug, and it has a one of the sound Toslink SPDA, one of those things. I can't remember what
mhm.
it is, but I'm gonna show it so people can see. And let's see. We'll get into that. If other people decide to come in late, we'll come back and show it again. But DJ, tell me, what are your thoughts about what you see right here?
For me, it really is nothing much to see. I'm like, when you look at the ports, it's standard for what we've gotten for the last, I would say, the last two generations. The one we're currently on, and maybe a little bit of the last generation. Uh, I know they were talking about the person that possibly leaked this. There was a joke running around that maybe that person was going to get fired for leaking it, but I to me, there's really nothing to go on. I'm like, it says what it says, and
I think that,
Really, it's not much you can really, a lot much I can really surmise from it, other than the fact that, okay, if that's what the final look, of course they're gonna spruce it up a little bit if that's the final design. Well, um, if that's the final design, and then they're gonna spruce it up a little bit. It's not gonna have like some of the generic stuff that you see right there.
I'm
And
gonna be honest.
yeah,
This looks like a prototype, but I would not be surprised this the final build. I mean, it does because I don't see
well, it says
anything.
prototype on it, not for
Yeah,
sale.
yeah,
So
I understand that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if not much has changed. I mean, just look at it based on
mhm.
what we seen when they revealed it. You can see like this is exact that the first picture right here is exactly what they showed.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? When they showed the picture of the Series X the first time, this is exactly what they showed. So, and you look at the back, and if you can read where my cursor is, a product name placeholder. So obviously they didn't put the actual name of the Xbox Series X, and it says prototype, not for sale. This looks very legit. And I mean, even though if it's a prototype, it's probably we also have to think about it's probably the prototype on the outside. I mean, not on the outside for instance is probably a placeholder. I mean, a prototype for what's inside this box. It probably has like maybe a fan. It probably don't even work. It's probably just I mean, it probably don't have all the everything in it that like you plug it up and it's gonna play.
I
So
jo- I joke about, I laugh about that because that's the complaint about like when the consoles first come out. They come out broken, they come out not working, and they're the final build. So I don't know.
now I'm thinking that the outside shell is legit. I just don't because it looks unless somebody did 3D print this, but I will say Digital Foundry is they're the they're the
The
source of
main,
this. Yeah, they're the source of it. So Digital Foundry don't usually play around with stuff like this. If they put it out, the 9 times out of 10, I'll say maybe 90% of the time it's probably true. So I'm thinking that this is what it's probably going to look like. These are the ports that's probably going to show. I think it's a prototype because of what's in the box. If anything, it may be a fan, probably some bullshit type of motherboard in it. I said I don't think it's anything that like right now you could put an Xbox One X game in it and it's going to run backwards compatibility out the gate. I just think it's a look.
mm,
Um,
well, we'll see because all that could change. But I'm like me. I'm not really excited over a picture. No offense, I'm not really excited over a picture of a prototype anything, even for a PS5. So
no, I'm not necessarily excited about it.
no, 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 no. I'm not saying you're bringing it up because you're excited. We were talking about it. We're bringing it up, but I'm just my view of it is that I'm not really excited just to see a picture. I want to see games being played on it. I want to see, and this is both Microsoft and Sony because Sony hasn't even no one even knows what that's even going to look like. So
Now
right
I will
now,
say this.
yeah,
I will say this about the PS5. The PS5 interface, the user interface has been leaked. I'm not putting that up right now because it's pointless. The PS5 leak is basically look exactly like the PS4 user interface based on what's been leaked right now. So there's no reason for me to even show that. If you want to know what the PS5 user interface look like, it looks exactly like the PS4. The only difference is I think it had some other multimedia windows in it. That's the only difference. And it showed that it comes with a 1 terabyte SSD. And it shows it on the screen from the actual. It shows you how much of storage you got on the screen on the user interface. So that's how I know that it was actually a PS5 because of the extra multimedia windows, and it showed that it had an SSD, an internal SSD. So that's out there as well. If y'all want to go look, just Google that. But my thing was about this. I am actually surprised that the Xbox Series X, based on its placeholder, don't have the double HDMI's like the Xbox One did. So they're from what I see, it looks like they're getting rid of the TV aspect of it. You plug in your cable box and you can watch TV from it. Looks like they're getting away from that. That's one thing I'm taking away from it. Also, I'm looking at this part right here. It looks like it has an SD slot where you can put SD chips in it or SD storage. Maybe you will have, you could put your own storage in without putting another hard drive. Because nowadays SDs you can get like a 500 gigabyte.
with
You
the
can get
external hard
ex,
drives and whatnot.
not external hard drive. But I'm talking like the little small ones. What are the
Of the little
SD drives?
chips,
Yeah,
yeah.
little SDs are like really. I mean, ask the guys who play Nintendo Switch. They'll tell you they're getting like 500 and 750 gigabytes off of those little SD cards. So I'm interested in it. I'm interested in that aspect of it. So if you want to watch TV on your Xbox, you might as well keep your Xbox One X or your Xbox. So thanks to everybody who's just showing up. I know how it is. It looks like 7:45 is that sweet spot. That's when everybody starts showing up. Obi-Wan, Ravens Nation, Doug Thomas. I appreciate you guys. Pooh's been here from the beginning, from once we started going, once we went live. Appreciate that, fellas. But people in the chat, tell us what you think about this prototype. I'm gonna put this pictures up so you guys can see again. This is a prototype of the Xbox One X. This is the front of it, and this is the back of it. And to me, I think it looks legit based on this little part right here where it says placeholder in the prototype part. My main thing is I'm just more intrigued of the ports that's on the bottom. What they have here, it looks pretty good. I'm trying to think. Ravens Nation put out here. He said, "Do you guys think that this is still useful even if the Xbox does not release the best games? It can be a cheap PC for." That's basically what Xbox is doing. Xbox is basically putting this out as a cheap PC. You can look at it. It is set up like a PC tower. And the fact that Xbox is going through the motions of having a PC ecosystem, you can make the case that Xbox is actually giving PC players more attention than what they're doing with the console. But I think they're trying to move people over to PC, and they're trying to give people a PC-like experience. DJ, what you think about this question? Hold on, wait a minute. Is Bill's here?
Yeah, he's been. Yeah,
I've been here.
Okay,
Yeah.
you haven't said anything. That's why I knew you
What?
were here. But
That's why I gave
I'm
that
not
moment
gonna
for a pause because
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna cut in.
fuck it, you a co-host. Cut in when you get ready.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. That's just
well,
rude.
well, let me. Well,
Go
I
ahead,
really,
DJ.
I really don't have an answer for this question because I'm like overall, I'm like Microsoft has been trying to like expand their ecosystem. That's basically what it is. It's just like Apple has done. They have their own ecosystem where you have all their devices all linked up and you can do anything anywhere on any Apple device. So Microsoft
Right.
is doing the same thing, and it's just a smoother transition because Microsoft deals with PCs.
Yeah, that's what
so-
I'm getting from it. That's what I'm getting from it as well.
I mean, let's be honest. If we want exclusives gone and the games that are multi-plots play better on the Xbox, and of course it's going to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
because there's also a rumor out there saying that the Xbox Series X is already more powerful than the PS5.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, if that's the case, and you have a lot of these games that are going to be going multi-plat, then of course it's going to be useful. It's going to be more useful than ever. My issue that I've had the entire time was not being able to stream directly to Twitch and YouTube on Xbox, and not being able to have any audio in your video clips.
Yeah, that the audio, obviously, I can understand why they don't do the Twitch and YouTube because they have Mixer. I get it, but I don't agree with it, but I get it. But the audio to your videos, that should be a given. Yeah, that should be a given. Pooh tell you right here, that's all he feels about it. I don't even have
me and Pooh are right there.
Obi-Wan also says it's all right. I'm not going to get too hype. I just want to see it in action. And I agree. At the end of the day, I think that's what we all do. We want to see it in action. But I think this is something to really, just put up as a topic, because for it to be this early and for the prototype to be leaked, and the prototype basically looks like the console, I find it rather interesting for, not only just the way it really looks when you really see it instead of, they're trying to hype it up, but I'm really looking at these ports because now at the end of the day, a lot of us are just going to put the HDMI in there and they're just going to play the games.
Pretty much.
Me, I'm a nerd. I like the I like to play with ports.
So, whoa.
I know that didn't sound right, but
yeah, it didn't sound right at all.
Yeah, I'm over here on my phone. I'm not even.
I mean, my thing is, I would like to see how all this stuff works. So to me personally, I can't speak for everybody here, but I dwell in stuff like this, like with all my other consoles and even my PC right here and my other PC. I always try to find out how this stuff works. So
if there's one thing you can gather from this picture, I would say that it's been confirmed that yes, the console is supposed to stand up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can even look at look at the bottom of the prototype, like this little area right here that I got.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it has like this little stand that's already on it.
Yep.
And it looks like a little suction cup stand that probably if you put it down, it probably won't move.
Yeah, that's probably that's probably the only thing I can take from this is that.
Yeah, and also how the way the logo right here telling the placeholder prototype.
Right, the way it's formatted.
The way it's formatted. It looked like it's supposed to stand up. So
I'll tell you this much. The other thing I can gather from this picture, this person needs better carpet.
Shitty ass hotel carpet it is.
That's what it looks like. But you know what though?
Prototype and ran to a fucking Marriott.
Yeah. Right. Now, let's see. Surface on NeoGAF. You know, to be honest, to be fair, it probably got it from some type of convention or whatever, and they went to the hotel where they're staying at the convention, and they probably just put it on the floor and took a picture. But I mean, there it is. I mean, I don't have anything. I am interested in what the PS5 is going to do because, like I said earlier, the Xbox Series X is already based on specs that's already been leaked. The Xbox Series X is supposed to be more powerful than PS5. I am kind of interested in what the PS5 looks like. I really don't care. Just something to look at and something to talk about real quick. So
I have another topic if y'all haven't already said it. We got to talk about the starters for the East and West of the NBA All-Star game. They were announced tonight.
When is the All-Star game?
It's
next month. It's next
month. But I mean, we can predict the reserves. I was going to talk about the starting lineup.
It's usually around Valentine's Day, so I was.
Yeah, cool.
I'm not going to say it's early, but.
Well, I mean, considering the name of the starters, I think it's like a topic that's.
I don't have a problem with the topic. It's just that I'm just surprised that they named the starters this early. You don't usually hear about that until like the February. I mean,
right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of
we're approaching the beginning of February.
We got
another.
I'm gonna say another 7 days.
7-8 days. They usually do it like right at the beginning of February, and then because in 2 weeks the All-Star game. I mean, maybe they just wanted to get it out there. It's no big deal. I mean, yeah, we can touch on that because these topics are pretty they're pretty hitting. We can hit these pretty quick. Nobody else has any else thing to say about the Xbox prototype? Anybody getting it? As of right
now, it's kind of
not the prototype, just the console in general.
Now, I'm sure people are gonna get either one. I mean, as far as PS5 or Xbox, right now, we just want to see the games. We want to see the games in action.
Well, I'll be honest. I want to know. This is what my purchase option is gonna hinge on. Is Last of Us 2 going to be exclusive? If it is at least going to be exclusive for the release of the PS5, then I'll probably get a PS5.
Right.
That's what it's going to hinge on because that's really the only game that I can look at and say, that is an exclusive that would make me buy the PS5 over the Xbox. Xbox really doesn't have anything right now that is convincing me to buy it release day. While the PS5, we know we're getting Last of Us 2.
My thing is, I already have a PC, so to me, if I get an Xbox Series X, the backwards compatibility has to be expanded. I want to know if there's going to be more 360 games, if there's going to be more original Xbox games to be played on it. That's the only reason because all the other Xbox games are coming to PC. So as far as PS5, I'm with you. My wife already told me. She said, if Last of Us 2 comes out, she wants me to play that on the best console possible. So the PS4 Pro was like not even in discussion. The PS5 come out, if it's exclusive to that, Yeah, but if it ends up if it comes to PC, it's probably gonna come to PC later. But so it'll probably be me getting a PS5 like right away just for that, and I'll probably do a giveaway once I'm done with it. And but I take that back. It also depends on backwards compatibility of that too. If they do it right, if they do it well, I'll probably hold on to those consoles to play those. But the newer titles, most of that stuff's coming to PC now, so it's kind of hard for me to hold on to it.
Mhm.
Obi-Wan says no, not yet. He's not sold on getting the console yet. I can understand it.
Shoot, I can tell you this much. This is non-sports related. Me and Obi-Wan have a bone to pick with Kathleen Kennedy on what we just heard about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series being put on hold because apparently she doesn't like the script. She can go fuck herself if that's true.
Hey, you went way left.
I'm sorry, you do not put Obi-Wan Kenobi on hold because of your own personal reasons.
I get it. Daniel Daly, he said the design is and that's what pretty much what
who cares what Daniel says.
Well, I'm not going to say nothing about a second. Not going to put up a second comment. Then let's go to the next topic. No, shout out to Daniel, man. I'm trying to convince Daniel to go ahead and hit us up on iTunes and SoundCloud because he was over there watching the last episode on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I like the views, but man, I mean, we're trying to expand a little further than that. So you don't have to listen to us over there. Just subscribe over there too, just in case.
Well, especially since we're now on Google Play. Go ahead and run the banner.
You already know, boy. Boy, you hit that thing right. Boy, you hit that thing right. There we go. Boy, you hit that thing right on time too. Let's talk about Zion Williamson, man. Zion finally had his debut, his regular season debut. Played pretty well. I mean, 18 minutes. He did 22 points, 8 of 11, 4 for 4 from 3, which is actually, honestly, that's surprising. Yeah. 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He had 5 turnovers. Let's not forget that. Oh, yeah, 5 turnovers. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I saw him and I wasn't.
Okay, like I said, I'm not all in on Zion. I just think he's going to be a good player, but
I'm in wait and see mode.
Yeah, I'm a alley-oop that to Bills because he's more of the basketball guy than all three of us. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna let him run that and give us his thoughts.
I think.
Thank you, thank you, Daniel. Go ahead and subscribe to us over there on Google Play. Appreciate it.
Yeah, whole ass nigga. Anyway, he knows I'm fucking with him. He's my guy.
Hold on, one more thing. Jeez, these comments are coming late. Now I want to catch this comment because before we go to today's topic, Ravens Nation said their versions of backwards compatibility is buying a subscription through online store or purchasing old games $30. Those games not gonna be $30. That's hard for me. They might be purchased, but not $30. That's hard for me.
May I suggest spell check?
And, he said comparability. But I will say
the other there. But
and another thing that's hard. and another thing that's hard for me to believe that they will make us purchase games because right now on the Xbox One you can put 360 games into the Xbox One, or you can even put the original Xbox games into the Xbox One, and they work.
Yeah, they're not going to charge us.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go back on that and and charge us on that. I don't see.
I get pessimism, but come on, bro.
Yeah, but go ahead with Zion. I'm sorry.
No, I think the best part about last night was the fact that he let the game come to him. I mean, for the longest time, he didn't have a shot attempt. They were doubling him as soon as he caught the ball in the post. And if I saw anything last night, it proved to me that even though he's not back at his peak athleticism, he still is probably the best athlete in the league because his quick second jump and the fact that he's pretty much faster than everybody else on the basketball court, the fact that he has elite body control in the air. For you to be able to do a spin in the post, get bumped in the air, and still be able to finish pretty much easily, that's not easy to do. His jump shot, I already knew it was going to improve. He's been working on it. He's a hard worker. I knew he was going to improve. I didn't see 4 for 4, especially in the situations that he was hitting those shots down the stretch. But yeah, I mean, I can't really say I was impressed because this is what I expect. I've been high on Zion for a while, so yeah, he just has to get back into basketball shape and get that knee right to where he's back jumping and running the way he was prior. And this league is going to have a hell of a man-child that they have to deal with because you could play him anywhere on the floor, essentially.
I think it did. I think he needs to lose weight. They got him at 284 right now. He needs to get down to about 250.
That's too much weight.
I would say
that's too much weight loss.
You think so?
I'm not
because he's not going to be the same guy. If he goes down to 250, the fact he's only 6'6", he's not going to be the same guy.
I'm not going to put a number on him. All I'm worried about is how he controls that weight, how he runs, how he walks, how he comes down after jumping. I'm worried about all that more.
Well, they have changed the way he runs. They talked about that during the rehab process, changing the way he runs, changing the way he walks, his posture. So we'll see how that works out, I guess.
As long as that is straight, then I could care less if he's 284. Or maybe 270.
He seemed bigger in college to me.
Well, you gotta think about it. The rest of the collegiate players,
no, not even compared to them. But I'm saying, just looking at him, it seems like he trimmed a little bit of weight, and he's still bigger than everybody else.
He probably trimmed a bit of the fat.
Yeah, whatever fat he had left. I mean, because it wasn't much. He's different, man. He's just different. He's different. He can pass, which a lot of people don't know about him. He can pass. He's a good passer. He's a damn good rebounder for his size. Obviously, that's the elite athleticism.
People in the chat, let us know what you think about Zion.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I think he's going to give this team a lift. I think they need a guy like him. I think it was a mistake for Alvin Gentry to sit him last night, the time that he did towards the end of the game. I think they had a chance to win that game. I think that was a win that they needed. But overall, I mean, shit, you run a roster out there with Lonzo, Drew Holiday, Zion, Ingram, and Favors.
You got a pretty good squad.
You got a squad that in the second half of the season can compete for a playoff spot because they're right in the thick of things right now. Sheesh. I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the sky's the limit for him, and it's just a matter of staying healthy and continuing to improve. He has a damn good roster around him.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think he's going to be pretty good. I don't have anything, negative to say about him. My main thing is I am worrying about his health and his weight. That to me, that's just a lot just to move. That's a lot of weight to be moving. And I think DJ said it much better than I is. And if y'all don't know, DJ is a personal trainer, so he knows this stuff better than I do. That's why when I said 250, it probably did sound extreme. He said 270. I mean, I'll resort that to him because he knows it better than I do. DJ, what are your thoughts about Zion?
Well, mine is a wait and see approach. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to see how he's able to handle his weight while he's on the court. Obviously, he's very talented. I'm not sold on the once in a generational type of player just yet. I want to see what he does in more minutes. Obviously, in the 18 minutes that he played last night was pretty efficient for his first outing. And there are not a lot of rookies that are that efficient on their first day out. Now, obviously, his debut was delayed due to the issues that were mentioned beforehand, but hopefully they get that corrected and he's able to handle his weight. He possibly could drop weight, but I wouldn't drop him down no lower than 270 so he can be the same type of player that he has been. I wouldn't, because to drop him down below that, he would have to change. His game would be completely different. And like Bill's even mentioned, there'd be certain things he wouldn't be able to do.
Right. See, my main thing was just the fear of him just hurting himself with so much moving and jumping and and all that weight going around. I mean, you got your joints, you got your ankles, your knees. I was worried about that much weight just trying to do athletically what someone who's in 230, 240 would do. Because that's basically what it looks like. He looks like a guy that's around between 230 and 250 that's just that athletically gifted to do that at 280.
Well, remember, granted, he does jump a bit higher than Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley, when he was younger, was bigger than him, and he was fine. I mean,
he reminds me. He reminds me more of what's his name? Charlotte Hornets.
You talking about Anthony Mason?
No, Larry Johnson. He reminds me more of Larry Johnson. He gives me those vibes when I see him play. Because Larry Johnson,
a Sean Kemp vibe from him.
You can put all three of them right there. You're not wrong with that. It's just that the stoutness of him, he looks like damn Larry Johnson birthed him. Yeah. Larry Johnson was nasty like in the late 80s, early 90s. He was like no joke. So, but either way,
y'all say Larry Johnson, Blake Griffin, as far as like just athleticism.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Low key, man. Blake's soft as fuck.
Yeah, but
Blake I get it, but I'm talking about that.
You talking how high he can jump, right? I got you.
And the fact he's not a small guy, so it's like no excuse why he's so soft.
Right. I threw in Anthony Mason because Anthony Mason, for his size, had handles, could run the point.
I'm gonna tell you,
would bang around, play defense.
I would tell you, I'll put Anthony Mason in the mix if I need to see how tough this kid really is. Anthony Mason was tough.
That's
it. That's
the potential is there.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing. It's just that I need to see somebody like body him up when he goes to the rim.
I don't think anybody's gonna have the balls to do that.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Like, just say
that'll ever be tested.
Let's just say, for instance, like somebody just got fed up one time and just clip him, or they just push him around a little bit. I don't want to see no flopping. I don't want to see you acting like you hurt. I don't want to see nothing. I want to see you hit the ground and get back up like, motherfucker, what's wrong?
Well, here's what I think will happen. I think his teammates will step in for him, being that he is pretty much the prized possession of the franchise.
I get you. And that's the PC side of it. That's what the culture of the NBA is right now. But I want to see him pop back up and be like, even though his teammates are right there, I want him to pop back up like an Anthony Mason. Like,
I feel you.
What you doing that for? Don't worry about it.
I'm coming interject before him. I think
I get it. I agree, but I want him to get back up. Like, you know what? I'm coming back at your ass again. Because Anthony Mason wasn't playing around.
Did he have any moments like that in college where he popped back up? Because I don't think anybody even.
The only time he fell when he had that cheap ass shoe that blew out on. That's the only time when he fell out.
Nah, he had a couple where dudes would kind of take.
Come on now. Somebody in the NBA is going to try him. Somebody's going to foul him. Somebody's going to hard foul him. That's when I need to know. Like, all right, don't be sitting there acting like you busted your lip when the man hit you one time. I want you.
The one that sticks out to me is the Notre Dame game. There was a game where a dude kind of took a hard foul on him, and Zion took exception to it. So
right.
It's happened.
Yeah, like you said, DJ, he has the potential, and I agree. I just need to see it. I want to see, because this is one kid I would like to see have a nasty streak about him as well, because he gets that, but what he's doing now, you're talking about probably the next 12, 13, maybe 15 years of just straight dominance.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Bill said he wasn't impressed with what he did, because what he did was kind of like, something that was unprecedented for somebody his size. You want to see him actually take over some games, not just score, but like if he has that mean streak, he's going to do that, and that's what I want to see.
I think another thing that's so impressive is his first step at the next level. Is damn impressive. I mean, you just don't see guys, especially that size, walking past dudes in the NBA. You just don't see it happening. It's like once he gets his shoulder past you, forget it. It's over.
I'm going to, for the people who just came late or whatever, I know y'all probably haven't asked and y'all probably may be waiting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the prototype of the Xbox back up again. So for people who didn't see, who came late, and you can put in the comment section, what are your thoughts and you can let us know about that. Let me see, where did it go? Oh yeah, I can keep talking. I just want to let them know. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. I'm not gonna talk or whatever.
Daniel says Zion's going to be a beast. Want to see how Ingram's going to adjust. I think he'll be fine. He played alongside LeBron last year. I think that's helped a lot of those key players on New Orleans. The fact that they played alongside LeBron. They obviously have a sense of having a great work ethic, and more importantly, they know what it's like to play with a microscope on you. And trust me, Zion's going to bring that.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Lonzo Ball's looking like a budding star. Brandon Ingram's looking like a budding star. Drew Holiday's been a really good player in the league for years. So
I mean, on the back end, when you really look at this trade for Anthony Davis, it was not a bad trade at the end of the day. I think their GM did a pretty good job of getting some talent over there. The thing is, just let's see how it will continue to grow. So it's going to be interesting. So there's the prototype for people who didn't see it. That's the prototype. It looks legit. You can give us your thoughts or whatever. Bills, if you want to start off with the NBA starters, since we still just rolling through these topics, you can pop that up. Anyway, King David said it's a glorified PC tower, and that's my Series X thoughts. It does. It looks like a PC tower. It really does. Daniel said Xbox got to be mobile. I don't. How would that work? I don't know. Also, Daniel said that the Pelicans robbed the Lakers. It's hard to say that, man. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, how you figure? If they're getting championships out of it, then both sides win.
I mean, it's hard to say who got robbed. I think the deal was pretty fair.
I would say in order to say that a team got robbed, you have to know what intentions they had going into the trade. It was clear that New Orleans wanted to get great pieces back, young pieces for AD. It's clear that the Lakers wanted to make a championship move. They both got what they wanted.
As far as Zion and somebody may test him, Tadal said Embiid might be the one that tests him. I can agree with that. Shout out to Tadal for showing up on the podcast.
I don't think Embiid wants that smoke.
Yeah, but look who we talking about. Wait a minute. Look who we talking about.
We talking about Embiid, and I don't think he wants that smoke.
The problem with Embiid is Embiid just has no sense. He'll try it anyway. That's the problem.
All right, so I sent you the
You got it in the
starters to the DM, man.
Okay, I'm already calling bullshit on the Eastern Conference side.
All right, let's see. In the DM, let's go.
That's utter bullshit. He continues to be disrespected.
Which DM you sent it to?
Bradley Beal.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
I don't think Bradley Beal should be a starter.
All right, let's see where.
Not over Trae Young, not over Kemba.
I don't know. Because if you look at the ranks, yeah, they have the fan rankings, but look at the player ranking for Bradley. Because they got Kemba at number 1.
Well, wait, hold on a second.
I'm looking at the NBA.com version.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the
we got CBS.
I was looking at what I sent.
Yeah, we got the CBS Sports one. Okay, here's the Eastern Conference. Bills, you can go ahead and read that off.
Yeah, Giannis, Pascal Siakam, Joel Embiid, Kemba Walker, and Trae Young. For those of you who don't keep up with the NBA, basically this is not the actual starting lineup. These are just the guys from the East that were voted into the starting lineup. So the captains, Giannis and LeBron, have to choose out of those 10 that you see on the screen. Then they can pick their reserves, but they don't have to be on the East or the West.
Okay.
And then for the Western Conference.
Okay. Yeah, because on mine it says NBA 2020 All-Star Game Starter Pool.
Yep.
So.
And then for the West, you have LeBron, AD, Kawhi, Luka, and James Harden, which my boy pretty much we called that starting lineup, and there's nothing really out of the way there.
I'm okay with both sides. I'm okay with both sides for the most part. I don't have a problem with it. Somebody in the East you could replace. There's a few guys in the East you could replace.
Yeah, I would take Trae Young out of that starter pool and put Bradley Beal right there.
That's hard to say, man. Trey been balling, man.
Yeah. So is Beal.
Yeah, but Trey, like
Beal, every time Beal steps on the court, he's scoring almost around like 28
what are the numbers?
Points per game.
I'm about to say what are the numbers? Because Trey like is averaging almost 30 a game.
And so is Beal.
What's Bill's stats? I mean, I'm not.
Trey's averaging 29, 4, and 4 boards. He's averaging and 8 assists. Bradley Beal is averaging 27, 4, and 6. Yeah, Trey gets that. I mean, he's averages as many boards and 2 more assists and more points.
Yeah, he's gonna get the nod on that one. I mean, you have. I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but
and he's playing less minutes.
Oh yeah, he's getting it. Yeah.
I mean, Trey Young. I think Trey Young's a lock. Kemba, you want to take Kemba out? Shit, take Kemba out.
Yeah.
Well, then look at these. Look at the player rankings for.
I'm sure the player rank is utter bullshit. But I'm just talking about as far as
because the player ranking has according to player rank, they got Kemba number 1.
Do you have
Bradley number? Hold on, I'll send it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hold up, I'll send it up through Twitter.
Because I actually do want to see. I would say the player rankings are they respect.
Because then they have the weighted score afterwards too. They have the fan rank, player rank, and media rank.
Yeah, the media one's the one.
And it's like, okay, I'm waiting until we all have it. Because it is interesting that there's that discrepancy, because even they have, according to the fans, the fan rank is number 9, Trey Young number 1, but the player rank has Bradley Beal number 2, with Trey Young 3, Kemba Walker 1. They all 3 of them are interchangeable, but that fan ranking, that's the one I really wish they would disregard.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The media has crackheads doing this, because there's no way Jaylen Brown should be 11th in media rank. He honestly could be a starter.
Yeah, and then this last one for the media, Bradley Beal's at number 5, and
that's why I say the media.
And then it's just like Kyle Lowry at number 4. What?
Well. See, now that brings me to the point that I was talking to my friend about, which was the NBA needs to figure out what their basis is for an All-Star. Are you going to reward winning, which is how Draymond Green got so many nominations for everything in past years, or are you going to reward the players who have been the best players in the league, period?
And then obviously, if anyone's viewing this, I don't think anyone's seeing the ones that I'm seeing, but the way they have it scored is that the higher the score, the further down you are as far as the weighted score. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works, the way it's looking, because Giannis is 1-1-1 and his weighted score is at 1. So it's like pretty much an average.
What about these reserves that you wanted to talk about, Bill?
Okay, so my predictions, me and my friend pretty much came up with the predictions. We didn't finish the East because it got kind of difficult. But after we heard the starters, obviously Giannis, Trey, Kemba, Embiid, and Pascal. For the bench, we have Tatum, Brown, Butler, Simmons, Drummond, and then there's 2 more spots. Now, the reason we left the 2 were, I think Bradley Beal should be a lock, right?
Why Derrick Rose is not on that list?
Derrick Rose is another one. But that's what I'm saying. The last 2 spots get interesting because then you have Zach LaVine. So it's 3 fights for
that's
2.
Another one. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm reading the last sentence that tells you the formula. It said the fan rank is 50% versus, as far as the formula, and the player vote and the media vote is 25 and 25. So combined, the player and the media vote is the other 50%.
I'll be honest,
that's too much.
I'll be honest.
It should be 33, 33, 33.
I think it should be 50, 40, 10. There ain't no way the media should vote. That should carry that much weight. They don't know shit.
So you think do you think the media should be at 10?
Yes.
And then
I think the fan should be 50
in the
because
middle.
it's for them, right?
Okay.
Then the players, they know what they're talking about. They play against these guys every night. So 40, right? Almost
Okay.
even, but not quite. And then the media give them 10% so they'll shut the fuck up. But to give them 25 equal to the players, like they don't know shit. They're just going based off what the players tell them half the time. As far as who's the hardest to guard, who's the this, who's the that. It's like, come on, bro.
I'm trying to figure out how Steph Curry is on this fan rank list.
Oh,
number
well,
6.
Well, why
the man been hurt the whole
you just answered your question.
Well, I was gonna say.
Like the player, and it's funny because the player rank
has
him at 21. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking crackheads, man. How you have Jaylen Brown seating out?
Wait a minute, they got all these guys in the media rank at number 4. Westbrook's at 4, Mitchell's at 4, but like, make up your goddamn mind.
Yeah. Fuck them. But so the West. So for the West, we had obviously the starters: Kawhi, Doncic, LeBron, Harden, AD. For our bench, we had PG, Lillard, Booker, Ingram, Westbrook, Jokic, and then once again that last.
Yeah, you got to pull up the actual. Let these people in the chat see this.
Yeah, I got to see some of this buffoonery. Jaylen Brown 11th on the player rank.
All right, while y'all do that, I'm gonna look at some of these some of the chat real quick. Doug Thomas said he liked what Trae Young is doing this year. I like what he does as well. What he's doing as well. Daniel Dudley says Zach got to be there. He's been playing pretty good for the Bulls. I've been watching a few games. He's been doing a lot better than I thought he would.
Bam Adebayo should make it.
What?
Oh, what are you looking at?
Look, man. All right,
I see it.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I see what you're saying.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm sorry, bro. I get the reward winning shit, but no. Come on. We're better than that.
Yeah. Anything else y'all got as far as the reserves?
Nah, I just think it's going to be interesting. Like I said, in the Eastern Conference, you got Levine, you got Rose, you got Drummond. There's so many guys that are going to be fighting for those final spots. Either way, I think we get a quality All-Star game this year. We got a quality one last year.
How's the media got Ben Simmons at number 3? Ew.
Oh God! Well, Philadelphia's a big market.
And then the IMV guy is 12 according to the fan.
Wait, who's the IMV guy? Who's the IMV guy?
Is it Spencer Dinwiddie?
Oh yeah. Okay.
And media ranks him number 6, so he can't even get IMV sponsored into.
Wait, I heard IMV. What happened now?
We're talking about Spencer Dinwiddie.
I thought you were talking about IMV and when it's supposed to make that college game. I thought an update happened with
No. He was one of the people that invested in it.
Oh,
bro,
God.
you know what it is though. What I'm noticing, it's a trend. The guys that are nice to the media, the guys that give them all the extra time that they need, answer extra questions, stay late after. Yeah, those guys get voted high. I guarantee you, if Russell Westbrook was having an okay year, the media would have voted him way lower.
Man, I tell you what, if the media was dominated by a Diana Rossini type reporter, there would be a lot of high rankings for some of these players that don't deserve it. So
Chris Middleton, player rank 11. You know what that means? Stop rewarding winning and reward the guys who are playing well. Period.
Right. Like the All-Star game is supposed to be the best of the best.
Right. Not you're on a winning team.
Record. Right. Yeah, teams that don't get any representation because they're going to like win 10 games in the season. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the All-Star game is second week of February usually.
It's I just looked it up before. Hold on a second.
I thought I saw it
This
too.
is trash on TV.
So this year it's gonna be.
It doesn't say in this website.
February 16th.
16th. Okay. Let me look at this calendar. The calendar is pretty much will tell you if you look at just a regular calendar.
Yeah, the 16th. The 16th, the All-Star game comes on, so the 15th will be All-Star Saturday night.
So
right. So that weekend,
the All-Star draft itself is going to be February 6th, at 7 p.m.
Okay. Russell
Gonna
Westbrook
be
been turning
interesting
up,
once
man.
you get
Nobody want
past
to talk.
LeBron.
Nobody want to hear about Russell Westbrook, man. Come on, man.
Oh, one more thing. Fuck James Harden.
Damn.
He's making Russell Westbrook's year look like garbage because he's just happens to be on the team with one of the most inefficient.
Because he's being himself.
Man, fuck James Harden, man. Whole ass man.
All right. Gaming habits. Who have them? We all have them. What do we do when we game? Is it something that you like to eat while you're gaming? Do you eat when you're gaming? What do you drink when you're gaming? Where do you sit? How do you sit? Do you sit on the floor? Are you Indian style? Or are you laying down?
Whoa.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm like, people do different things when they have certain habits when they game. I mean, what?
Damn, can we go to dinner first before you start asking me
I'm
type of
not
questions? I'm not
interested.
I'm like, these are dinner type questions. I can't be so
dinner.
like
I'm not interested, bro. I'm not interested.
So
like, what routines do you have when you play games? Like for me, for instance, like when I play on my PC, I have to have the chair a certain way, like sitting straight up. I have my hands on the mouse and keyboard. My microphone is like.
Well, where else would you have your hands at?
Well, I mean, some people play with the controller. Like shit.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you
about the game. Of course, your hands are gonna be placed on
that shit getting petty as fuck, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like sometimes
he's playing with a mouse and keyboard as opposed to a controller, DJ.
Right, like I might be playing with a controller, so my hands might not be on the mouse and keyboard.
Some people like to rest their hands while using a controller on the freaking desk.
Exactly, but you didn't let me get that
far. Go ahead, Vio.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just curious because a lot of people, I know they game different. Like, how do you hold the controller? I know some people use their index finger to press buttons on a controller instead of their thumbs. No, I'm dead serious.
Okay,
they must be the button mashing people.
I need to point them motherfuckers out so I can either unfollow them on Twitter and or block them because that is just fucking weird.
I'm dead serious.
So say that again. You said they use their index fingers to press
buttons.
Yes,
like face buttons.
Oh god,
how does? Oh man. I don't even want to know how that works.
I'm gonna see if I can pull that up. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you how people do it. If I can find the image, like
I'm quite alright, man.
Is there? Here's the perfect one right here. This is how some people game right here. See if I can pull this up.
Oh boy, here we go.
The claw grip. They call it the claw grip, and
I bet they do.
I'm dead serious. They call it the claw grip, and let's get this out of the way. I don't need this anymore. Let's just share the screen. And some people actually game like this. Look at that. Some people not like this. Let me go down. Right here. Some people actually play like that. And there's a video of somebody doing it right there.
Somebody playing with the C change.
So what they're saying is that their fingers don't move fast enough to use the thumb for everything?
No, I don't know. Some people...
It's not meant for your finger to move sideways. That's what would happen to press the button.
Listen, I don't play like this. I'm just telling you that's what some people do.
What's next? They drive their car with their fucking index fingers too? Steering the wheel. I mean, what the fuck?
Nah, they're gonna plug the controller to whatever outlet in the vehicle, and they're gonna drive the vehicles with the controller. Exactly.
Talking about they're playing Forza or something.
Nah, they're playing GTA.
Right. Is there any different routine, anything special y'all do when y'all play games? Like, is there like a certain drink you like to drink, or anything that you like to do? As far as, is there like, it has to be another TV on when you game just to see what else is going on in the world, or
I completely shut everything out.
I do too.
I shut everything out, and before I even play, I kind of visualize what I want to do within the game. Like, especially when it comes to like this. Oh, damn! They just called deal for traveling. But anyway, especially when it comes to the sports games, because the high-tiered sports games, like your NBA 2K, is trying to figure out what offense I want to run, what defense, who I'm playing next, scouting report. All those things that you don't see in these other sports games. NHL, same thing. Tomb Raider, definitely I have to visualize where I was last at, so I won't be lost when I go back in the game. State of K2, since I do that as a series, I kind of have to plan out what I want to do each game. So a lot of visualization, a lot of planning, and shutting everything out.
Okay, what about you, Bills?
Yeah, I'm more so the shutting everything out. I will respond to, text messages. Depending on what game I'm playing. Most times I shut everything out completely when I'm playing Call of Duty though, because I'm just kind of in the zone. 2K means kind of constant pausing if I'm getting messages. I won't like ignore people during that time, but yeah, no special routine really. I just kind of shut everything out and just concentrate on gaming. As far as the games I choose to play, it's just based on what I feel like playing that day. Some days I literally just play Call of Duty, and other days I'll play a wide variety of games and say, well, I haven't played this game in a while. Let's go back and play this. It just honestly goes based on feel. The one thing I will say is there aren't many games that hold me for like hours at a time.
Right.
I always have to, I don't say I get bored, but I just end up wanting to play something else, and then I just move on. But yeah, as far as a routine, nothing really. I mean,
now it's funny. The one thing I used to be able to do is play games back to back to back. So like if I'm playing a franchise mode, I could get a lot of games out the way. But NHL, when I have real 20 minutes, it takes a lot out of me.
You know why? Because it's simulation.
Right.
It takes a whole lot out of me. Like
I remember, I used to string together games of fucking Madden back to back to back because it was like I wasn't even thinking really. I was just kind of playing. 2K is like you get your defensive settings going and you just grew out a really tough win. You're just like, shit, there's like no way to even top the game I just played. And then you just move on to play something else.
Yeah, especially with NHL. Like I said, I played a real 20-minute periods. I'm like, some people sat through a stream where I did the whole thing where it wasn't accelerated. And I'm sure they wouldn't be able to sit through something like that. But I do that because I want the real experience. And it takes a lot out of me because in a hockey game, it's not a whole lot of scoring.
No,
there's a whole lot of like you gotta dump the puck, you gotta play possession. Like I got my sliders. Like and that's another thing. When it comes to these sports games, I'm also thinking about the freaking slider sets that I'm using. Experimenting and stuff like that.
I'm gonna get into the chat because a lot of people got some interesting stuff.
Oh yeah, I see.
Ravens Nation speaking on the claw grip. He says he play like that. Sometimes he has to be quick. There's no way I can play like that.
Yeah, you getting blocked, fam.
Chris Thomas says sit down 2 liter Sprite. If it's an action adventure RPG, JRPG, but if it's a sports game, I'm online playing against someone. I'm listening to music or a podcast. Well, you should say or the First and Framerates podcast.
Yeah, there you go, Chris.
See, that's an interesting one though, because can y'all listen to shit while y'all are playing? I can't.
I can only listen to music. I can listen to music if I'm doing a racing game.
Now,
that's the only time.
PS4, you can listen to music through Spotify.
No, I'm saying like mentally, like is that something that y'all enjoy doing though?
Yes, if I'm playing a racing game, that's probably like the only time I listen to music. I'm playing a racing game.
Because I know dudes that play Call of Duty listen to music.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Daniel Daly says drink lemonade, sandwich, tuna, or turkey.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty healthy.
Yeah, it is.
I lay out my Ravens blanket.
Yeah, I'm about to get to that. Don't jump the gun. There it is right here.
It's not like any other action is taking place on that blanket.
Wait a minute. What?
Wow. Are you saying the Ravens Nation gets no pussy? Is that what you're saying here?
Yikes.
Like the team getting eliminated from the playoffs, they get no more play.
When I lay out my Ravens blanket, get out 3 bottles of water with a 2-liter lemonade and a turkey sandwich.
I'll lay out a Ravens blanket to piss on the motherfucker.
Hey, that's messed up.
No, let me stop.
That's what the Titans did.
Doug Thomas. Doug Thomas said, "When I game, I have a beer and another one on deck in my office chair and some music. That is
Wait a minute,
nice."
Doug.
So people game and listen to music. That's interesting.
Well, if you think about it, if you play a certain type of music, it kind of like balances you. It kind of keeps you like, especially if they're games. Especially certain adventure games, role playing games, or whatever. Their music is crap. So you want something to even out the bad music that's being played in the games.
Yeah,
I guess me personally, I kind of just immerse myself like completely into the game itself. The only thing I can think of, like sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast, like whether it's a Bruce Pritchard podcast or whatever, and I'll just turn on Pure Pool just to kind of do something while I'm listening to it.
but the thing about it is, man, Pure Pool has like excellent music too, though.
They do, but it gets repetitive. It's like 5 tracks.
You're right. It does. It does.
Like I usually will just turn on Pure Pool literally to do something while I'm listening to the podcast, so I won't just literally be sitting there just listening.
King David says maybe make sure I have something to drink. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. He said I do listen to music, but if I'm playing something chill like a city builder, like if you play like a city skylines or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
I
another
completely thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's another good
thank
one.
you. Because since I play City Skylines, a lot of times they have their own radio station in there. But other than that,
Sadal says only sports games he listens to music.
Yeah, I'm about to
That's
get into
like
that
backwards.
Pooh says I listen to music when playing Smash and Monster Hunter, which I can't say how you do that, but when it goes to podcasts, I cannot play games while listening. We know some people don't have attention.
Wow.
Daniel Daly, just like me, racing is the only time I can listen to music. Tadal says only on sports games I listen to music, which is kind of tough for me.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's see.
If you're playing Pez, the commentary's ass, so I get it.
You know what? Ravens Nation has a really good. This is a really good point. Sometimes listening to music, he can get into a zone. Like if I'm doing bad on Call of Duty, he'll play a song like Eminem till I collapse.
That's actually a good song.
And that's a really good song for a game like that. It is.
You put on Eminem.
You have to listen. No, that's it. No, all serious. No, I get it. But all seriously, you need. If you haven't heard that song "Till I Collapse," that's a really good song to listen to.
Yep, I'm. It's in my head right now.
Right. Let's see. Doug Thomas says heavy metal with my shooters, hip hop with my sports, RPGs can vary.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, I know, right? Ravens Nation said if I'm playing something like Rainbow Six Siege, no music whatsoever. Absolutely, and I'm gonna get into my habits once we're done.
Well, wait a minute. There's a reason for Rainbow Six.
I would like
you have to because you have to listen out for the sound. You got footsteps. You got gunshots coming.
I would like to see some of y'all motherfuckers play PUBG with some fucking music blasting in the
right.
And then you wonder why you get shot from behind at close range.
He hit me.
Daniel Daly says in the Halo days, always played music in the Halo days because you
fucked up by having Halo days. But go ahead.
Wow.
Hey man, hold up, man. Time out, man.
Halo.
No. We're not gonna do that, man. We're gonna slow down on that one. Now, come on.
Had no Halo slander.
Come on, man.
Fuck Halo, man.
Chill out. Man. slow down, man. Now for me, headsets like when I'm playing first-person shooters, no, I don't listen to any music. I've come accustomed to listening to stuff while I'm playing those games. Mm-hmm. Sports games, depending on the atmosphere of the sports game. If I'm playing something like Madden, I don't care for the sound, so I'll just probably play some music for Madden. 2K, I like the atmosphere in the crowd. Definitely will not play music. NCAA 08, Madden 08. If you haven't been listening to the streams, it feels like you're at the stadium in those games. No music. If I'm playing a third-person shooter like Tomb Raider or whatever, no music. Driving games, absolutely will play music. Fighting games, definitely music because that makes me get in the zone even more. Just kind of like what Ravens Nation said. Platformers, 2D games, depends on the game if I play music or not. But I like to drink. I usually drink water or I'll have orange juice. Lately I've been drinking smoothies. Shout out to Kyle Anderson. And and I've been drinking smoothies. But as far as my routine, lately I haven't been playing on the couch. I don't know why. I've been. I don't know because I got this chair for Christmas. I've been in this chair like crazy. You don't hear any squeaking, right? Great. And I've been in this chair constantly, but like I have like 2 TVs over here where I like to play my old school games on sometimes, and I have a couch right here. I just haven't been on the couch playing games like I used to, so it's been mostly in this chair. And but more likely just when I'm be focused, no music, more casual. Playing music. If I know I could be immersed in the game, no music. So that's basically how it's been. I'm trying to say
Halo 1 banging into.
No, that's my phone. I'll drop my phone. That's on me.
I'll be honest. As far as the laying down thing, that you brought up before, I could never lay down and play video games.
You never played Tetris? Have you ever played
relaxed?
Have you ever played Tetris?
I mean, no, not on console.
I'm just saying because Tetris is like the perfect game to lay down and play.
No, I was just
curious.
I feel like I'm too far back from it. Like I have to sit up and like be invested in like what I'm doing.
Right, I understand.
So I'm
not the type to play. Like, let's say if I'm playing one of my arcade shooters or whatever, and like if I'm good at it and I don't have to worry about getting hit by all the bullets coming at me, and I know the pattern, I'll probably fall back and like lay back on the couch and I'll just be more like relaxed. But if I don't want to die, I'll be more intense.
Now I will tell you this: when I get to the final, the top 10 in Blackout, motherfuckers better not make a peep. Anywhere. I'm putting my phone on silent. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to see shit. That's like my main thing. Like fourth quarters of games that are really close. Like I really that's when I really get focused.
But my thing is. Oh, go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there are times when I'm playing the games. You get into the zone. You get to a point where like somebody shoots at you, you duck.
Yep.
You ever get into that?
Right. Yeah. I used to do that. Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360. I used to do that because that was one of the first games I actually really got into Call of Duty. That and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, Call of Duty 4. I was like that when those games came out because, I mean, I think I told this story plenty of times what I did when Call of Duty 4 first came out, right? Like I took 2 days off because I was so immersed in the game. Like I played sick, but I was into that game like that. I mean, that was the first game I actually was like, yo, this is. I felt like I was playing a true next generation game when that game came out.
Now I will say this: another routine is like usually I'm pretty calm, cool, and collected when I'm playing any sports games. But man, let me play a shooter. I'm just cussing up a fucking storm, bro.
Yeah, right. That's how I be when I be playing like on certain games. Like if I'm playing NCAA 14 or if I'm playing like NBA Live 10 or NBA, or if I'm playing like any current, like closer to current gen game, y'all done heard me like after.
Oh yeah,
I'll be in. But like this game right here, the NCAA 08 and Madden 08 on the stream, I'm like into it, and that's not like for the stream. I'm literally into the game, like I'm intense because I don't want to lose those games. So I don't do the cursing and being real casual because I don't know what it is. Those games just have me on edge lately, and it's a great experience. And I can't wait to other games like newer games give me that experience again.
Man, I cursed more playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the latest one, than I've cursed playing any game. It's more so just the bullshit that you encounter. But because the game is so good, you just kind of get annoyed in that moment and then you move on. Battlefield, it never happened. Past Call of Duty, it never happened. But this one is like, man, like these dudes just play like some bitches, bro.
Well, I tell you what, there's also another moment where, like, if I'm playing a stealth game, you know how like you look around corners. I literally start leaning like I'm trying to look around the corners.
Yeah, right. I've been there before.
I did that on Snake Eater. I did that with Snake Eater.
I had a bad tendency of whispering like motherfuckers could hear me when I was playing Blackout. I was playing Blackout like,
bro. I did that with Last of Us. And the thing is, what got me doing it, because like when Last of Us came out, I played the whole game on PS3 because I got it like when it really came out.
Yeah.
And my wife, she loves that game. She really loves. She the one that started it, like whispering when I'm playing it. She's like, it's a clicker over there. And I'm like, I don't know. Let's find out. So that's what got us doing it. It's like, yo, she the one that got me whispering in that game. I'm like, babe, why are we whispering? I don't know. They're gonna get you. Shut up. It's like she was like into the game. She loves that game. But anybody? Let's see who else got any.
Well, shoot. Well, especially since I play State of K2, you had to sneak around, and I'm hearing like with that game. I think with the first episode of season 2, if y'all want to go check that out, it's still available. You definitely listen out for all the different zombie sounds. You can identify what zombie it is depending on the sound. And then you also have these background noises that are going on that you don't run into, like people, like gunshots in the background, women screaming because they're being devoured by zombies,
right,
and all that type of stuff. So, and then I think the one time in the other series I was doing with State of K2, I heard a juggernaut. And I think everyone can hear me. I think I did this one live, and everyone can hear me. It was like, what the fuck was that? Like my voice just got low because I was talking about something, and all of a sudden it's like I heard, and it was like, what the fuck was that?
Well, I would say another routine I get into that's not really a good routine is like when I'm really immersed in a game. Like I always tell myself, okay, like you'll stop playing. Like for example, like Road to the Show. Like when I play Road to the Show in MLB 19. I could not convince myself to get off the fucking sticks. Like I'd have a killer game and be like, all right.
Road to the Show is highly addictive.
Yeah, I'll be like, all right, one more. Then I'll go like 0 for 4. I'm like, all right, fuck, nah, we can't end like that. One more, and then I'll like hit for the cycle. Oh fuck it, we gotta keep it going now. It's like
that damn slot machine.
Yeah, it's like you convince yourself, like, all right, bro, you're gonna stop, and then you just keep going. It's like systematic. Like your body just tells you, like, yeah, we're gonna keep going.
All right, let's look at some of these guys in the chat. Ravens Nate said, I always prefer a chair standing up. I need to sit up and be focused. I've seen Level Cap gaming standing up when he get Level Cap stands up when he games. Wow,
I can't do that. That's
but Level Cap is a Level Cap is a PC gamer. How the fuck you do that? But nevertheless. King David says, when you have a good chair, you never want to sit or anything else. Hey, listen, I got this chair. I don't want to go anywhere. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to explain it. Let's see. Who else said something?
Oh, and how's everybody's like when everyone games? How's their like speaker setup? Like, do they have the sound come out the TV? Do they?
I just have it on
the
TV.
Yeah, my Sony 46-inch. I have an old school. So I could say it's old school Sony HD TV that has stereo speakers in it. So I kind of got like a sound bar in the TV. That comes out of there. My other Sony Trinitron CRT has stereo speakers on the side. Now for my PC, I have two Logitech. I have a Logitech subwoofer and 2 speakers on the side. So that's what I do.
Yeah, for my PC, I have the 5.1 surround sound.
Right, that's what I got. I got
with the subwoofer and everything.
Yeah, I got the 5.1 as well with mine. So that I do the same thing.
Am I the only one that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I also have on my TV. And I don't know if anybody's heard of the company Sonos, but I have the Sonos Beam that it hooks up to your Wi-Fi, and you can pretty much listen to music and you listen to TV all in one. It even has the voice. Like if I say Alexa, there we go. I don't know if anybody heard that in the background. It has a voice assistant in the background. So thank you, Alexa. But yeah, that produces sound, I think, equivalent to a 3.1 setup. I can also add more speakers, like Sonos type speakers to it, to get the 5.1 with the subwoofer. It's just expensive as hell.
Yeah, no, am I the only Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, am I the only person that takes like long breaks in between quarters or halves, or like I don't know, for some reason.
I used to do it with halves. I used to treat halftime like it was really a halftime.
Yeah, like it's like unintentionally.
Today, I used to do that.
Today, when I was playing my franchise, I like the first for NHL, first intermission only. Like I went right into the second period, but the second intermission between the second and third period, I literally sat for like 20 minutes, and it's funny because it helped me reorganize the strategy. I was going to go into, because if I went right into the third period with the strategy that I had, I felt like I was going to lose that game because I was holding on to a 1-goal lead at that point. And I had one strategy in mind, took 20 minutes to think about it, came back, was like, you know what? And I had this thought during that break. I was like, you know what? I should go with this strategy instead.
Right.
And it worked.
Yeah, like I get stuck on my phone. I'll just start looking at text messages, and then also, here's another thing. Sometimes I'll be enjoying 2K so much that like I want to savor it. I won't want to rush through the game. I kind of have to take in like how good like the game is operating, like tendencies and all that. And that's when I like hop on my phone. Okay, let's go back to the game, and then boom, like I'll get back into it. But a lot of times I can't just rush through it because I'm like, damn, this game is playing so fucking good.
See, that's how I feel about NHL right about now. I got to the point where I'm like, it's funny because the one thing that I found myself still coming to grips with is what difficulty level am I playing on, and I keep coming back to pro.
Yeah. Who else? A lot of people saying they play with headphones. Headphones.
Only shooters for me.
Yeah, I have had. I got Beats headphones that I'm using now, and I use a Snowball mic when I do my first person shooters. As far as like if I'm playing a third person game and I don't feel like wearing my headphones, that's where my PC stereo games come in. And I'm gonna tell you something honestly. With these, I don't know what it is with these retro games. I don't know if it's the mini consoles or it's the fact that I use different connectors to hook them up to the TV. I don't use the old school plugs. The sound in those games are amazing when you actually got them in a sound system, not just coming from your computer. I mean, not just coming from your old speakers from the TV. Like if you got them coming from a stereo speaker, like the old school games sound amazing. Like they were ahead of their time. But anything else we got? Because I got one more. Topic I want to talk about that I forgot to put in the description. But
yeah, go.
Nobody else in the chat. We're good. All right, let's see.
Wait, who the fuck you calling weirdos, Daniel?
No, I think he's talking about the people standing.
Oh.
Yeah,
because he said it at first, standing, nah, and then he said a bunch of weirdos.
The only time when I can stand, I have an arcade. I do have an X arcade. I have an X arcade stick. I got the dual one with 2 sticks. Now, sometimes my wife's uncle, he comes over. He wants to play Killer Instinct, and I have it on my original Xbox that's modded, and it has a bunch of arcade games on it. Now, sometimes I'll set that up to be like we're standing up playing an arcade, but just to be playing, yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's look at this real quick. This came out the other day. Nobody's really talking about this, and I'm surprised. I should have put this in the title, but I didn't. Let's talk about this real quick before we close this out. MLB The Show has a developer schedule that they're going to be streaming starting on the 29th. A lot of information here comes with the MLB not Road to the Show, but The Show. I don't necessarily care about any of this. I don't mind talking about it. There's only one thing I care about, and we already know what that is.
That motherfucking ball going through that goddamn bat.
Exactly.
Well, there's actually another thing. But remember you tried to start up an online league
MLB
ago?
14.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact the player models haven't changed for 5 years now?
But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That's the least of my worries when it comes to MLB. The graphics, player models, I can live with what they have. I mean, they could be better. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but the way they have it, it looks so good. I can live with it.
I like the lighting, but I can't. Oh, good.
I'll tell you this, and PlayStation fanboys are gonna kill me for this, and I don't give a damn. The show's gonna play better on the Xbox.
Wow,
as far as I'm concerned, the PS4 Pro version, when you have it on max settings, it doesn't run as smooth as it's supposed to, and you kind of wonder why that is.
Like, it's running. It's running true 4K and all.
Right.
What kills me about MLB The Show is like every year they do these trailers and they want you to look at how beautiful the graphics are. And I can't get past how the player models they've been the same. It's been the same skeleton. For every player model, the same shoulders, the same everything. The way the jerseys fit, everything's been the fucking same. For years.
Imagine that game on PC.
King David said the only thing I want to know is what platforms it's coming to, since apparently going multiplayer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think 20 may go multi-plat. I don't think this is the one that's going.
No, they already said 21.
Yeah, I'm saying I think it's the show 21. 20 is going to be.
When they did their extension with Sony, that was, we talked about this on a previous episode. It was one of those deals where it's just like either you take it or leave it. And MLB was like, we can extend, but we need to be on these other platforms as well. We can't just be on Sony.
But you know what? When you really look back and think about it, we kind of saw this coming because RBI Baseball has been on multi-plat for like the last 5-6 years. So we kind of saw this coming. So I'm not surprised.
MLB is trying to make as much money as they can. They could have made more money if they just suspended the Astros.
Ravens Nation.
Or at least find them $50 million.
I'm gonna put this up here real quick because I'm gonna dispute this. PS4 Pro can run certain games at 4K 60, just not the high end games. MLB The Show is not a high end game. It should run it at 4K 60, but it hasn't for a while. I'm not going to say it's a 1080p console, but it runs 1080p very, very well.
Oh yeah.
I would say that I think this is somewhat of a misconstrued, that because something like you go play Wipeout, you go play Red Out, you can go play Baja Control. There's a like, it's not a lot. I will admit it's not a lot, but there's about 20 to maybe 30 games that can run 4K 60 on the Pro. Now, are these games AAA titles? Maybe a few of them, but not a lot of them. Most of these games are lower end games. So I can't agree with, even The Last of Us 2 ran at 1800p. So I'm with you, but it's misconstrued that it can't be done. The problem is you would think a baseball game doesn't take that much to render and run. It should be able to.
Especially when they don't have a full physics engine that they run in. Because I remember they talked about that having like where everybody's.
I mean, not only that,
where everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's just so many.
The game is not. The game don't even have that many moving parts, so it should be able to render it. It's not like a lot of stuff moving on the field. You got what, 9 guys standing around, and you got one person trying to hit the ball. The crowd, they may be doing a little thing, but it should be nothing for them to run that at 4K 60 because Madden is running at 4K 60.
I just need to figure out.
And Madden has more moving parts.
I just want to figure out why they haven't added any new animations for, like, just as far as how batters interact with the ball, how they swing. Everything is so robotic and canned and just boring. It's been this way for years. That's why when they voted MLB The Show 19 as Sports Game of the Year, when Operation Sports, and they're like, oh, there's no doubt. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hey,
it's been the same game for years.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, the show's been like this even on the PS3. The game is so good that they don't have to do much to it. Now, it could use a facelift. I'm not saying that it don't.
But is the game really realistically that good though, or is it just the only game in town?
I'll put it like this: if the game didn't have the bat through the ball, I can see it being a contender every year for best sports game.
There's still horrible timing with batting. There's still horrible animations that trigger when you swing late compared to other games where you can tell where you swung late. You can point out in other games where you went wrong on your swing based on the animations. Much like how Live programmed it when you release the ball late on a shot, the animation will show you that. MLB The Show has so many disconnects with their gameplay that they haven't addressed. But because they add the shit that the casuals like, and it's the only game in town.
Me personally, even though that is the only game in town, I still think it plays a fantastic replication of the sport. You already know my gripe. My gripe is there's no excuse for a game to be this good and this advanced for the integrity of balls and strikes to be a problem. That's my problem with
They
the
can't
game.
even keep up with the integrity of your swing, let alone the path of the bat to the ball.
Because I mean, you literally can see where the ball goes through the bat. Outside of that, if they fix that, like it's funny because the PS4 version has this issue. I can put in MLB The Show 14 on PS3, don't have that issue at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like the PS3 got it right as far as basic fundamentals of contact with the baseball. It
They
makes no
added
sense.
swing animations, and the bat will now morph towards the ball to connect with it if you time the swing correctly.
Yeah, I haven't played 19. I only play 18. I haven't seen that in 18. Maybe that has happened in 19. I can't speak on that.
Yeah, when you swing the ball, when you swing the bat, if you timed it correctly and you have a certain type of swing, I think it's like swing 3, where it's like it's a one-handed release, but it's a new one that they added. They literally you'll be swinging the bat, and all of a sudden the bat will morph down to where the ball actually is, and you'll connect. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, best sports game. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
The game has been stale for the last, I don't know,
5 years, damn
yeah,
near.
I would say so. And
What did they add? Oh, well, now fielders will take dynamic paths to the ball. I mean, seriously, really?
And then when I was playing it, you kind of really couldn't tell. Like the speed of the fielders didn't allow you, the default speed of the fielders didn't really allow you to see them take a dynamic angle. Your dynamic angles are a result, could be or should be the result of players, their speed. Either they reacted late, or they reacted on time. It's just that they don't have enough speed to catch up to the ball that's tailing away from them.
And I saw how they snuck that in the trailer, the little change of direction animation that they have. The shit will be canned. It's like nobody curves towards the ball. It's like one animation similar to Madden where you turn and your whole body turns, but it doesn't turn the way you would turn if you were actually running.
All right, fuck all this.
It's just...
I got a question.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to do this, and this has nothing to do with MLB The Show.
Mm-hmm.
Is Scott on Twitter?
Scott.
Paranoid. You're paranoid. Mm-hmm. Scott's a good dude. Don't get me wrong. But can we be honest and say that he's become the apex of modern warfare?
I don't follow him.
Every time I see him, he's mad at Call of Duty. Then he's playing Call of Duty. Then he's mad at Call of Duty.
Well, I mean...
No. Ain't no I mean.
Well,
it's that bad.
I was going to say, you know not to trust him because he only has one T in Scott.
There you go.
So there you go.
Anything else y'all got? I just find it interesting with the schedule. I want to see what they're going to do with this.
Ravens Nation said who should have won. I mean, come on, Pez. If you're talking about simulation, Pez or 2K.
I can give two shits about soccer, honestly.
Of course, but Pez or 2K.
It's Nintendo World Cup for me.
It's a Nintendo World
all day long. That's my soccer game. That's my soccer game, man. But I mean,
yeah, I would have thought either. Let's see, because I didn't.
I haven't played many sports titles this year. I kind of fell back from, so I can't. I'm not even qualified to say.
I'm thinking either. I think my top three would be NHL, 2K, and if I played the light version of PES and I enjoyed it, so yeah, PES would be not in that exact order, but those would be my three.
Yeah,
right.
And MLB Show comes somewhere after that. It's like,
yeah, I would place MLB number 4.
No.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, if MLB if they got that fix, it to me personally, it'd be one of my top games as far as sports. That alone just made me not want to play the game no more. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I cannot play a game where the integrity of balls and strike. It's almost like you shooting a basketball in 2K, and if it goes in, they're not going to know. You're not going to know if it's going to be counted or not. It's basically the same thing. So I just can't. I can't play a game like that. So, anything else y'all got before we go?
No. Actually, low-key got to run because I'm late to this conference call, but she'll be all right.
Uh-oh.
She'll be all right.
Man, think about they gonna cut like 5 songs off your album, bro.
The fuck they are. The fuck they are.
It's like remember you was late. You know you about to have a 3-song album.
Yeah, let me tell you something. If they cost me my label meeting, that's their fault.
Damn.
Now, what about you, DJ? What you got?
I got nothing else. I'm doing some more recording, so State of Decay 2. So I'm gonna be a more like methodical with my uploads as far as that's concerned. I'm gonna continue to play NHL, issue out an update after I'm done with the Canadian road trip, in which I'm 2-0 so far. So that's been going good for the Caps.
Okay.
Other than that, been watching the impeachment a little bit. Oh wow.
Okay. I'm officially on vacation. I do not go back to work till February 3rd. So I am going to be sitting around here. I'm going to put some videos out. I got my guidebooks. I'm going to be doing another video on the guidebook. A lot of people like that Halo 2 one I did. I have a couple other books I haven't talked about.
I thought you said God books. I was like,
I was going to say the same thing. I know you're saying guide, but
no guide
like
books.
Yeah, well, you sounded like the way it sounded.
That's Southern drawl, man. That's Southern drawl. I got that coming up. I have other videos that actually videos, not just live streams. The live streams are coming. As far as tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the but I'm doing the Raiders. I'm going to catch up on them, so I may be doing 2 or 3 games tomorrow night. I may, if I get everything done like I want to, I may do a tour of this room, and I can finally get that done because I haven't done one in 2 years. Other little quirky stuff I want to do a video on. Some of the consoles I got, some things I want to talk about. A few games I may want to spotlight. Just do some things for the channel because I just haven't had a chance to. But I think you guys really like the content. I do appreciate everybody who have been coming to this podcast and actually showing us some love. I still feel that we're the best, smallest podcast in the world, and you guys will help us grow to be the best, biggest podcast in the world. Also, you can join the Discord. The link is down in the description. Google Play, that's down in the description. iTunes, SoundCloud. What else am I missing? Twitch. Go to Twitch. Follow me on Twitch so you can watch some of those games. I just beat DJ's Florida State team, a really good game another good game in the books. He beat
the computer-controlled FSU.
Hey, listen, it doesn't. Hey, listen.
You see, I'm gonna human-controlled Florida State.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Yes, that is true. I'm playing computer versus human. When you see me play those games don't look like that. These are really intense, and I feel that they're very entertaining games. There's no.
Yeah, I gotta go back to that backlog and watch.
Yeah, there's some really good games there, and I really appreciate everybody who come to watch that. I'm trying to think anything else that I missed. I think that is it. I think that's it. I think that's it. Anybody in the chat? Anything y'all want to put up real quick before we go? Yay, nay. I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. In the meantime, check out DJ's blog, and his channel. He's putting up content as well. And I don't know for the life of me why you guys have not checked out Bill's music yet. Bill's, where they can find your music?
It's not out yet.
Because it's not out yet.
you do have music out that people can listen to, right?
Well, I have my covers out. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
You can check out my YouTube channel, which I'm currently restructuring. Well, I'm currently restructuring my YouTube channel because of this new, YouTube violation shit with this. What's the name?
Copa.
Yeah, Copa. Whatever. Copacabana. Fucking fuck. But yeah, I'll post a link eventually. I'm gonna post the videos back up with the correct qualifications and all that shit. Oh, by the way, one thing on that. I was watching a video today with a hell of a lot of cussing, and apparently they automatically tagged that video as made for kids, so them motherfuckers might be getting a fine.
Well, it ain't us, so
Because it said I couldn't watch it. There's certain things that they limit when they claim it's a kids video.
right.
So, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they can go and get that.
Well,
They can go and pull out that 42 out the purse. Shit, I ain't fucking with YouTube like that. That's why I still haven't put my live streams on there yet. I'm still thinking about just go ahead and do it, but
Good move.
all right. Tuesday we'll be back here doing this again. We'll get back on the XFL stuff. Mainly we're gonna talk about the replays and the overtime rules. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to pick our teams. DJ, I haven't picked out the team that I want. Yeah, I know. I saw that in the Discord.
Choices.
I got two choices. I saw it in the Discord, so I'm going to choose that. Hey, man, seriously, if you haven't, come on and join the Discord, and
yes, I've been a bitch.
Yeah, and get the app on your seriously, get the app on your phone so you can interact with us daily. I mean, trust me, it's a nice little spot where we all can chat. It's really cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need Jack Move Johnny to be more.
Don't worry about it. I'll talk to Jack.
Be more what?
Present.
Yeah, especially since for a while I thought he was gonna be more interactive with the Tennessee Titans being in there, but he was quiet all throughout. So.
Well, because they went and took their ass home. That's why.
Right.
This new age crap is backwards. You literally have ads talking about foreplay before sex.
What the hell?
Yet the content creators can't say a curse word. It's not that they can't say a curse word. You just have to label your fucking
label that shit saying that shit's not for kids. I don't care if it's for kids. Says it's not for kids.
The shortcut. Oh, wow.
Well, don't tell them that.
Yeah,
because then they'll get the $42,000.
The shortcut way is just to label your channel not made for kids.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck label it. Label. That's what I did.
Yeah, keep them.
Yeah, Tuesday we'll get back on the XFL stuff, Q&A, whatever else comes about, and we're just gonna keep rolling. Like I said, I'm off for the next week and a half. I'm gonna give you guys some content, man. Like I said, I am really happy that the channel, the podcast is going in the direction it's in. No more bashing Madden, no more talking down about these games. Just enjoying yourself, man. Shout out to the ones who still do it. I can't be a disgruntled gamer. I love this shit too much. I can't do it.
Don't shout them out.
I can't. I won't. But shout out to Kyle Anderson, though. Kyle Anderson making these smoothies, man. It's happening.
Yeah, that last smoothie you had was called Disappointment in a Game.
Man, hey, listen. When you got a 3-man offensive line, bro, you can't. That's GOAT status right there.
No, 3-man or 3-pixel offensive line?
It's a 3-man offensive line with 1 pixel apiece.
Hey, DJ, Cal's gonna send him another one. It's gonna be called NCAA 12 ?
No, it's gonna say legit. He gonna pass that shit off as legit. It's gonna say legit. Like, nigga, what the fuck? This ain't legit. Let me go to the shelf and find out what game this is. Again. Oh my God. All right, y'all, man. We're going, man. Y'all take it easy, man. See you guys Tuesday. Or see you tomorrow when I play with the Raiders on my stream. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out. DC Defenders. Remember.